maybe.
So it's different girls, all interested in the same goal. For me, Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Ryu, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking, but not. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Sayori's sad smile. She's a very sad person, isn't she? Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
I don't read books, but I do read fan fiction.
Close enough. I mean, I read manga and that's books for me.
True. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
I like mind-breaking novels too.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of their own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. Desperately grasped something I can relate to at a new level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way we look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What?
Sorry.
I should have just had the opportunity. I had the opportunity, I missed it. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meetings. It looked like you were writing on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are!
All flat and perceptive and shit. I finally got you to laugh more than for a chuckle.
You can talk now.
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
Yep.
I thought I was on you to read it.
No.
So settles up behind Natsuki and puts her arms on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write... Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest pages of your heart. You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for you, Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
I'll shout it if you want.
What?
You did shout first, I was saying I shout it if you want. Yelvis.
Did you say Yelvis?
Don't worry about it.
That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond.
Don't worry, I love the way that headphone cables taste. And we'll end it on that note. Bye!
Oh, wait.
Welcome back, YouTube. This is episode 2 of Doki Literature Club.
And we're going to be doing a speech jammer challenge. I don't know what I did, but we can hear our voices now.
And it's a little bit delayed, so we'll see if it messes up our speeching.
See, it's already happening.
No, it's just me. Being me.
As you can see, I put on a real shirt.
And I haven't changed, because it's been about 20 minutes.
20, 30.
Whatever.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Ryu?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Yeah? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I've never said I would join this club. Sori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs that look at, and I lose my train of thoughts. Because, no jokes, no, come on. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But, I'm sorry, I thought... Ryu?
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? This is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls and maybe get under the skirts. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I will join the literature club. Literature. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sumina wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Ryu, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Ryu, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed over at school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole day my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. The most American name of them all. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? I hate saying that word so much. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. We'll find one, I don't know. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Worse than last time. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Someday, something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Right. Gotta keep in mind. Of course, anime has to be in the poem, because, then. So we got anime, and of course, after image being for Goku and his techniques. Fireworks, which every anime has in its festival. Why not throw some SpongeBob in there with imagination? And there goes that.
Noise.
Of course, everything needs a mecha. Some Ichiko from Bleach. Sunset. No reason, just because. Wonderful for how wonderful this poem's going. Doki Doki because we're playing that game. Bouncy for obvious reasons. That one. Kawaii.
Kawaii!
It's kawaii. Vanilla for the best kind of. Never mind. Just the blank stare on your face.
Yep.
Explosion! I can't stand sitting for more than 15 minutes at a time sometimes.
It's funny because I can sit in one place for 8 hours.
Yeah, well, I played football and you didn't, so.
Playing football has something to do with that?
Just being active.
I mean, I played basketball, so.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Not a lot, but I did.
Just I've been active for most of my life, and my knees suffered from that for obvious reasons. And broken for that reason. There we go.
Hey! Nice segue!
Scars for the scars of my brain from playing this game. Already. Crimson for the blood that bleeds from my veins. Keeping this.
No, you're not.
Embrace. Oh, 13 of it. Don't even keep track of how many.
Hi again, Ryu. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Ryu. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the literature club when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Saori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself tucked between saying Monica and manga. Yeah, it was...
Manga is literature!
Yes, right. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Ryu always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable.
Saori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Ryu can become good friends too?
Saori. As usual, Saori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Eh? Me?
You misdirected.
No. I get rid of ones.
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
That was me. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Saori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closets. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I'll slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know?
It's Monica.
And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
Nani?
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes! That works out perfectly! That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy! Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, close. What? I think it's how that's pronounced. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry! Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all.
Sorry, not sorry.
It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club? I'd love to join.
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know?
Yeah, I was up all night writing that poem you told me how to write.
You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
That's...
0?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I was right. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me? What?
It's just, she's that dumb. She's that girl. She's not even blonde, come on. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here.
Is it because of the sound I made?
No, it's just this. This sounds very sensual. The first part of it. I run my fingertips down the side of. Not that. I'm gonna smack you. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either.
She kind of bled into an accent.
A little bit on purpose. I don't think my parent picked that up. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right. Oh, I hate that. Especially on a white t-shirt. Oh. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. That won't work, buddy. Trust me, I've tried. I need a knife.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that.
Hey, you meanie!
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. But I'm okay with that. Oh, that's me. I looked at you like, what are you gonna say? Seriously,
I already took one of your lines.
Yeah, you did. But that's fine. It wasn't marked, so it was an internal thought. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Ooh.
That's super mean!
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button up her blazer from the bottom.
I'm starting to realize that, my voice for her kind of sounds like Pinkie Pie.
A little bit, yeah. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. There's a picture.
This is so funny.
I always pictured it going in the reverse direction in my mind.
Nah.
What is...
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Yeah? Dang it. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? Because your buttons. I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Yeah.
There you go.
I knew it. It's because the boobs. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner. That it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Sully is not your thing, as it's alright. Good God. Don't say that out loud. Anyway. You look much better now. So... Why does it feel strange to see Sully's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons blazer once more.
Phew!
Fuck me, I guess. Did it pick that up? It didn't.
I think it did.
Oh.
That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this.
Okay, I'll understand.
And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Backup.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on getting out of bed earlier.
Which I swear to God. Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
What time say? Or a couple minutes more. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
That was my line.
Sorry. Hey,
I already said
you
it.
took one of mine.
Okay, fine. You can take this one.
I didn't. Wait, take it. You already said it, didn't you? Or no? Did you say it?
I already said it.
Well, no, I didn't take it because it's. Shut up. You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell you sometimes. I'm cubing this time. That's 2 messed ups in one video. Come on.
That's the mess up for you. You just knocked into the table.
Fine, you can have it back.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah. Manga suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Oh, finally! I can say random words.
You get to say random words.
Well, that's all the poem was. Bye!
What? Now?
You did. I don't know. Bye.
Ryu, I can't wait to read yours. Okay, now we cut it.